What's going on, guys? Hornot606 here. Today I'm going to be looking at the Overwatch, Hasbro's Overwatch Ultimate series of figures. This is the Carbon Fiber 4-pack, which the carbon fiber refers to the skin and the look that they've gone for with this 4-pack. I don't know much about the Overwatch characters. I haven't played the game very much, but I do know one thing. I do know I love these series of figures. Obviously Hasbro are not the only ones making Overwatch character figures, but these ones are at a lower price point and I do love them. I love what they've done so far. So I picked up this 4-pack. I wasn't expecting this 4-pack to be available so soon, but I was able to get my hands on it for a decent price as well. So let's take a closer look at the figures. So in this pack we do get Genji, Pharah, D.Va, and also Zarya. These are the 4 characters that we get. All apart from D.Va have been released once or twice already. D.Va is the only one that I think, as of this moment of this 4-pack's release, is the only figure. This is the only way to get D.Va. So if you're collecting Overwatch, this is probably the only way you're going to get D.Va for the moment. The way they're releasing these figures, they're coming in different color schemes, so you should probably get single release at some point or whatever. So let's take a closer look. Let's take a look at Genji. So Genji, or carbon fiber Genji. As you know, I love my cyborgs, characters in armor, mech suits. I love those kind of characters, and that's why Genji is at the top of my list. I just love the look of this character. I love the design of this character. I love the kind of blue-grey theme of this particular character. They call it the carbon fiber skin. Overall, the figure does look great. It does come with some accessories. So it comes with 2 swords. His main sword, which is kind of a nice blue and silver trim on that one, and a much smaller sword as well. And he does come with a throwing star hand as well, and then that's all the accessories for this particular figure in this 4-pack. So in terms of defects, well, only a little bit of paint chipping and stuff like that. There's only a couple of those on the front chest and lower ab area. Not too much, not too noticeable until you get a closer look at the figure. Apart from that, only the lower egg area would someone find problems with, because there's quite a bit of gappage there in between the legs. So for me, not that much of a problem, but some others may find that a problem. So we're going to move on to my second favorite character on the list, which is Pharah. So again, I love my armored characters, and this is a superb carbon fiber skinned look for Pharah. So she's in this kind of darkish grey red with kind of silver on bits of the armor. It's just fantastic. I do love this figure. I love the jetpack on the back that does open up, and it is articulated as well. It does come with blast accessories to give that kind of like flying in the air look. And she does also come with her gun as well, and that is pretty much the only accessories that she comes with. The gun does look pretty good, nicely painted, simple, straight to the point. This is what she uses in the game. Apart from that, the shoulder parts on the shoulder pads, I guess they do open up to reveal, I assume, I don't play the game, I assume missiles will come out from there or something, but it's a nice little touch. I didn't even notice that the first time I was looking at the figure, but they do open up, so that's a nice touch, nice detailed touch there. Overall, the figure does look fantastic. You can see her face under the visor as well, and it does look nicely done, no problems there. So Hasbro done a nice job here with this figure as well. I really do love the detail and the effort that they've put into each of these figures. Moving on, next we have Zarya. Zarya is a thicker female character. She does come with a big ass gun, and it's nicely detailed though compared to everything else in this set. This is probably the best looking weapon and nicely detailed weapon in the whole set. It does come with a blast accessory that fits in, and it's a nice looking blast accessory. The only issue I have is placing this into Zarya's hand. It does kind of make the figure a bit, I guess, front heavy. It does lean forward a bit. That could be due to the loose articulation on this particular version of the figure. It's not super loose, but it is looser compared to my other version, which I'll get onto in just a second. So yeah, I do have two versions. Zarya is the only figure I have two versions of. Main reason being I wasn't expecting this 4-pack to be available for purchase so soon, and I picked up this blue and red version of Zarya. But I like both, but I like the carbon fiber and skin version better, and that's the main reason why I picked up this 4-pack overall. I just love this kind of dark, different shades of grey on each of these figures. But yeah, Zarya I did unfortunately pick up twice, but hey, more figures to add to the collection. So apart from that, I do love the face on Zarya. I think it's the best looking face out of the faces, all the faces that we can see in this 4-pack. I think it's nicely done for the price point of this figure. I think the face is really nicely done on this figure, and again, you know, the details on the armor of each of these figures is really nicely done. I think they paid a lot of attention to the details on the figure, which is nice compared to my other Zarya, the blue one. The blue one's a bit more stiff in terms of articulation, the nice tight joints, whereas the other one, they're a bit looser. It's not a major problem, but I did notice that they are a bit looser. And now we move on to the least favorite character in this 4-pack. So we have D.Va, and the main reason why it's not that I dislike the figure. I think it's a great figure. Main reason why I just not into the D.Va figure is because it's the least interesting looking figure out of the lot. Everyone else has got something going on. I guess that ties in with the fact that I like characters in kind of armor and stuff like that, and cyborgs and whatnot. D.Va this character is none of that, and what you see is what you get here. She comes with a handgun accessory, piece hand, and also a hand holding what I can only assume is meant to be a phone. So definitely someone that likes to take photos, selfies of themselves. But overall, you know, I love the different shades of pink and mixed in with the grey as well. It does look fantastic. Face is nice. There's not much else to say. Nice detailing on there. Possibility with this figure is no issues. Again, for the more creative out there, they won't be disappointed with posing these figures. The only downside I have with D.Va is the head articulation. You can rotate it, you know, like the rest of the figures, but you can't really move it up and down much, mainly because the hair on the back, also because of this kind of neck collar piece. In terms of articulation, I'm going to do this as straightforward as possible because they pretty much all have the same levels of articulation. The only main difference being is, interestingly enough, out of the three females, Zarya has double elbow joints, whereas the other two females don't actually have double elbow joints. They have single elbow joints. But apart from that, all the level of articulation is pretty much the same across each figure. Maybe some joints are better implemented on some figures than others. I would like to say that, for example, on Zarya, I like the kind of ball joint on her ankle. I think that's a lot better compared to the rest of the figures in this collection. But going over the articulation, so we have head articulation. Obviously, can rotate, can move up and down, unless you're using a D.Va figure, which you're not going to get much up and down range from that. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not getting much out of that. Of course, arms can rotate. You do have on Genji at least, you do have a butterfly joint. I don't think you have a butterfly joint on any of the other figures. You do have upper arm twists, double elbows for most characters apart from females, 2 females, which is Pharah and D.Va. Hands can twist, and they also have a hinge on there as well. You then have the upper torso joint as well as a crunch on each of the figures. Upper leg swivel. Legs can move forward and back. Moving the legs back will vary between figures, so some of them can't really do it at all. We do have a double knee joint. We do have a hinge on the foot there, and they can also kind of pivot as well. And your mileage on each of the figures will vary on that particular joint. But apart from that, that's a kind of an overview of the articulation across each of the figures. So, some stuff that I missed. So on Pharah, you do get, as well as a gun, you do get the blast effects for the jetpack, which is nice to give that kind of flying kind of look, as if she was flying in the air. But the only problem is I do find her a bit back heavy, so she's hard to stand on her own. But obviously, you know, to get the desired flying effect, you would use a stand, and once I'm using a stand, I don't really have too much problems. But I hate using stands. So now there are some other minor differences with this 4-pack compared to some of the single releases. They're very minor, but for example, Genji is missing one particular hand accessory that doesn't come with this 4-pack, but it comes in the single releases. And the same with Zarya as well. She is missing 2 fist hands that you do get in the single version, but for whatever reason you don't get it in this 4-pack. A bit of a strange omission, but it is what it is. I do love these figures. I'm glad I know I've got one of them already, like Zarya. I've got her twice now, but it is a great set. The fiber skin is I love the black, kind of greyish, more of a greyish colour. I do love that. I think it works for each of these figures. If you're on the shelf about collecting Overwatch, I wouldn't be. This is a great way to jump into these figures. If you're looking to collect some, then this 4-pack is great if you can get your hands on it. For me, it works out cheaper, especially for the price that I got it. It worked out cheaper than buying these, you know, releases singly. So apart from that, yes, you can get other figures released from like Figma, but depending on where you are in the world, that can be hard to get a hold of those, and the expense on those figures, you know, they're a lot more expensive, and people's budgets may not stretch that far. I'm happy with what Hasbro has done here. I think they've done a great job with these figures. Even though I'm not a fan of the D.Va figure, I am a fan of the rest of the figures that have been released so far. And I do have the Tracer figure, which I will show you in a comparison in just a second. That's also a great figure in this Overwatch collection. There's not much else to say. I'm going to do some comparisons now with some of my other figures that are in my collection. So let's start with, first up, Marvel Legends Colossus from the 80 Years 2-pack with Juggernaut. Then we have Transformers Siege Sound Blaster, then Overwatch Ultimate's Tracer. Then we have 80 Years 4 for Marvel Legends. Then we have Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Charge Red Ranger. Then we also have the other figure from the 80 Years 2-pack with Colossus is Marvel Legends Juggernaut. A big massive figure, towers over the rest of the Overwatch figures. But they do look good together. They are, the Overwatch figures do pretty much stand on par with the other, you know, figures from Hasbro, especially the Marvel Legends and, you know, Power Rangers Lightning Collection. We have the SH Figure Arts Real. Again, this is how he compares to the Overwatch characters from Hasbro. And just before I leave, one more comparison. Here they are with Playarts Kai from Square Enix, Edward Elric. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.